Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Skoda Superb car. Crew. All engines are good, but I do not recommend each one. Basically, all engines used in the Superb 3 are good, although the 1.8 TSI, which caused the most problems in the predecessor, is still the higher risk unit. Although it is a twin design with the 2.0 TSI, it was the one most complained about with oil problems. Unfortunately, the abandonment of the 1.8 TSI in favor of the better, in my opinion, 2.0 is not so obvious, because the 2.0 was not combined with a manual transmission, and if you look at the car from the point of view of failure and service costs, then you should immediately eliminate the DSG from the list of choices. Manuals are certainties, and these were combined with petrol engines up to 1.8 TSI. That's why I think that if you want a petrol Skoda Superb that causes the least possible problems, you have to go for the 1.8 TSI or the 125 horsepower 1.4 TSI. Why not the great 150 horsepower version? Because that one has the ACT cylinder deactivation system, which can cause problems, although like any such system, it can be deactivated. And that's an interesting variant, because it was even combined with four-wheel drive. However, if you focus on modernity, and do not have concerns about service or repairs, the best versions of the Superb are, in my opinion, the 150 horsepower 1.4 TSI and all the 2.0 TSI versions, especially the most powerful ones. The newer, the better, because they burn less fuel. The 272 and 280 horsepower versions are great to drive, accelerating to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 6 seconds, and the latest 280 horsepower version is a real rocket. I recommend the 280 horsepower version with 6-speed DSG until 2018, if you want something fast but also safe. This is quite a durable gearbox, resistant to high loads. There were no rockets in the diesel range. Even the 200 horsepower 2.0 TDI is a rather calm unit compared to the top petrol engines. Basically, all TDIs are units for calm driving. 2-liter engine. The newer, the more complicated, although the differences are not big. The appropriate variant for the car is the 150 horsepower version. The 122 HP version is as sluggish as the small 1.6 TDI that was discontinued in 2020. By the way, the smaller TDI is an interesting 120 HP engine that doesn't generate many problems. Both weaker versions were combined only with DSG, while with manual you can find a 1.6 TDI diesel until 2018 or 2.0 versions with 150 and 190 HP. Some were available with four-wheel drive. What's wrong with the Skoda Superb 3? It's hard to talk about failure rates as such because it's a new model. However, there are some problems that are becoming typical for the Superb 3. I'll point out, however, that the description below applies to cars from before 2020. The biggest pain is the DSG-7 gearboxes, where mechatronics failures and clutch wear occur. In diesels, there are failures of the coolant pump, more often in 1.6 TDI, and the high-pressure fuel pump, 2.0 TDI. In addition, diesels equipped with the SCR system are prone to failures in this area, and its refilling itself is troublesome. Therefore, it is good to aim for a 2.0 diesel with 150 HP without this solution. However, DPF filters have proven to be quite durable for the time being. Less significant faults include strange noises in the suspension, generated by minor play, and failures of some electronic devices. Although this does not affect mobility, the only thing we can say about the durability of the car is that there is no shortage of models on the market with mileage of over 300,000 kilometers, and these are usually 2.0 TDI diesels. Cars used mainly on routes do not struggle with major problems in the DSG transmission because it does not change gears often. The number of copies with a mileage of over 200,000 kilometers allows us to look at this model with peace of mind. As is usually the case with modern cars, the biggest problems were eliminated in the first period of use. A car from the second owner is something worth aiming for. Is it worth buying a Superb? If you are looking for a comfortable and spacious mid-range car with a proven engine, it is worth aiming for the 2017-2018 model year, regardless of the engine or drive variant. The car can give a premium feel if it is in a good equipment version, but for much less money, especially in repairs, than BMW or Mercedes. The 280 HP Superb is also a great sleeper, because it accelerates like a sports car, but uses little fuel on a daily basis. The Scout version may be an interesting alternative to an SUV. The Superb 3 is not perfect in terms of faults, it is not Japanese, but it is certainly a more interesting car than the Avensis or more dynamic than the Mazda 6. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know of any problems with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to write about them in the comments.